Japan is a land of timeless beauty, vibrant culture, and bucket list adventures you'll never forget. Whether you're planning your first trip or your next big adventure, here are 12 must-see places that should be on every traveler's bucket list. Hi everyone, welcome back to Romeo. We're here to show you that traveling is possible. Today, we'll take you across Japan's breathtaking landscapes, ancient treasures, and thrilling adventures, from towering mountains to vibrant cities and everything in between. First up is Tokyo. This city is just non-stop. You should definitely go to Shibuya Crossing. It's one of those places where you have to stop and just take in the chaos. Hundreds of people crossing all at once. It's the whole energy of the city wrapped up in one intersection. It's wild but kind of fun to be a part of. Then there's Tokyo Tower. It's huge, and when you go up, you get these insane views of the city. If you can, go at night. Tokyo all lit up is something else. And don't skip Harajuku. It's probably the most colorful and creative part of Tokyo. You've got cool shops, street food, and the outfits in this area are completely next level. Next, you should check out the Toyosu Fish Market. This is the place to be if you want to experience sushi in its most pure form. It's as fresh as it gets. And don't miss Team Lab Borderless. It's hard to explain, but it's like stepping into this crazy digital art world. Lights, mirrors, colors everywhere. You just have to see it. Tokyo has it all. With so many unique experiences, we hope that you take the time to check it out. Kyoto captivates visitors with its timeless beauty, blending ancient temples, serene gardens, and vibrant traditions. First, you should go to the Fushimi-Inari Shrine. This place enchants visitors with its striking red gates forming endless paths of spiritual wonder. Walking through them feels like stepping into another world, and it's honestly one of the coolest spots you'll visit. Next, we go to the Arashiyama Bamboo Grove. Pictures do not do it justice. Towering bamboo stalks sway ever so slightly in the breeze, creating a soft rustle that's hypnotic. Walking these paths feels like time itself has decided to take a break. It's surreal, a kind of hush that moves straight to your soul. Then there's Kinkakuji. Known in English as the Golden Pavilion, it's beyond breathtaking. It's a temple, literally gilded in gold, sitting calmly by a glassy pond. The reflection shimmers just as brightly as the temple itself, blurring the line between reality and masterpiece. Your eyes can't help but linger. It's awe served on a golden platter. For something playful, step into the Gion district dressed in a traditional kimono. Each corner of Kyoto has its own story, waiting for you to experience. Mount Fuji isn't just a mountain, it's Japan's ultimate icon. Whether it's capped with snow in the winter or surrounded by cherry blossoms in the spring, the views are absolutely breathtaking. It feels like nature showing off. Now, if you're up for an adventure, try hiking the Yoshida Trail. Reaching the summit feels like such a win. Plus, imagine catching the sunrise from the top. It's the kind of thing you'll never forget. Not into hiking? No problem. Head to Lake Kawaguchi instead. You can rent a paddle boat, glide across the calm water, and just soak in the view of Fuji towering above you. Peaceful but still so powerful. Whether you climb it, admire it, or just sit back and take it all in, Mount Fuji is an experience, one that you'll probably be thinking about long after you've left. Next up, we've got two spots that go from one of history's most powerful and darkest moments to one of Japan's most beautiful islands. Nothing really prepares you for seeing Hiroshima's A-bomb dome in person. It stands there frozen in time since 1945, telling a story that changed the world forever. But here's what's incredible. This city didn't stay stuck in that moment. Today, the Peace Park is this amazing place where thousands of colorful paper cranes and peaceful gardens show how hope can grow from anything. Just a short trip from Hiroshima, you'll find something totally different. Miyajima Island, that famous red torii gate you've probably seen all over Instagram. This is where it lives. At high tide, it looks like it's just floating right on the water. You can actually kayak right under this massive gate. The water level has to be just right, but when it is, wow, you're getting a view that most people never see. Plus, the whole island has this incredible shrine built right over the water and these super chill deer that just roam around everywhere. If Tokyo's the heart of Japan, then Osaka's definitely its stomach. This city is known in Japan as Tenkano Daidokoro, or the nation's kitchen. Dotonbori is the place to be at night. It's like Times Square and a Japanese food market fused into one. Those giant 3D signs are everywhere, and there's literally a huge crab waving at you while you walk by. You've got to try these little octopus balls called takoyaki. They're like the official snack of Osaka. Don't even think about leaving without getting Miyaki. It's like a savory pancake that they cook right in front of you. Yes, Osaka Castle looks awesome, and Universal Studios is super cool to see, but the food here is the real star of the show. Pro tip, book a food tour with a local. They'll take you to spots you'd never find on your own, and you'll basically eat your way through the tastiest city in Japan. Just an hour from all that amazing Osaka food, there's a place where deer run the show, and it's one of the weirdest and coolest things you'll see in Japan. Picture this, you're walking through a park, and there are hundreds of deer just hanging out everywhere. That's Nara Park for you. And these aren't just any deer, they're basically the stars of the city. The funny thing is, they've learned to bow to people for cookies. Yeah, you heard that right. These deer have better manners than most humans. You can buy special deer cookies from stands all around the park. But once these guys spot those cookies, they'll turn into the neediest animals you've ever seen. Some will even tug on your clothes like, "Hey, don't forget about me." And right in the middle of this deer chaos, there's this absolutely massive temple called Todai-san. Inside, there's a Buddha statue so big, it could probably use the Statue of Liberty as a paperweight. Next up is Hokkaido. Ever wondered what the North Pole would look like if Japan designed it? Well, that's basically Hokkaido. Up here, winter isn't just a season, it's a whole mood. In Sapporo, they turn the city into this massive snow and ice playground every February. We're talking huge ice sculptures that'll make your jaw drop. Niseko has got some of the best powder snow in the world if you like to ski or snow, and I mean powder. Snow so soft it feels like you're floating through clouds. But here's my favorite part. Picture yourself in a hot spring outside while it's snowing. Yeah, that's a thing. You're just chilling in this steaming hot water, watching snowflakes fall, with mountains all around you. It's pretty much impossible to feel stressed in that situation. Oh, and if you're here in summer, the whole place transforms into these crazy, beautiful purple lavender fields. Talk about a glow-up. Now, if you think you've got Japan figured out so far, wait till you see Okinawa. Many people don't realize there are tropical islands in Japan. This is Okinawa, and it's essentially Japan's version of Hawaii. The vibe here is totally different from the rest of Japan. Everything runs on island time, and people are so chill you might forget you're still in Japan. The water here is ridiculous. It's so clear you can see straight to the bottom, and the color is the kind of blue that makes you think someone cranked up the saturation on your photos. If you like to dive or snorkel, the Karama Islands were made for you. There are coral reefs packed with tropical fish, sea turtles cruising around, and water so warm you'll never want to get out. Plus, Okinawa's got its own thing going on. Different food, different music, different everything. It's like someone took the most laid-back parts of Japan and mixed them with beach life. Just 2 hours from the busy streets of Tokyo, Nikko is like stepping into a completely different world. The air's super crisp up here in the mountains, and everywhere you look, nature's showing off big time. But the real showstopper? Toshogu Shrine. This place is next level. We're talking gold everywhere, and these detailed wood carvings that'll make you wonder how anyone had this much patience. There's even this famous carved sleeping cat that people come from all over just to see. Then you've got Kagan Falls, a massive 97-meter-tall waterfall that doesn't look real. The sound of it is like nature's got its speakers turned up to max. If you're trying to escape the crowds, hit one of the many hiking trails. The whole national park is full of hidden spots that'll make your Instagram followers think you've discovered some secret world. If you're in Kyoto and tired of all the tourist crowds, check out Kanazawa. It has all that traditional Japanese beauty, but with much fewer people pushing for photos. This place is like an art museum that somebody turned into a city. Next, check out Kenroku-en Garden. It's basically what happens when gardeners spend 200 years perfecting every single detail. This is one of Japan's top 3 gardens, and once you see those perfectly shaped trees reflecting in the ponds, you'll understand why. The old Geishu district looks like it hasn't changed since the 1800s. These wooden buildings are the real deal, not some movie set. At night, the narrow streets light up with lanterns, and sometimes you'll catch geishas hurrying to their appointments. Kanazawa makes most of Japan's gold leaf, so they put it on everything, even ice cream. Yeah, you can literally eat gold here. Is it necessary? Nope. Is it fun for the gram? Absolutely. Now let me show you a place that's gonna make you feel like you've time traveled back to ancient Japan. Want to see what Japan looked like 300 years ago? Takayama has you covered. This small mountain city is like walking straight into a time machine. The old town looks exactly like it did back when samurai were still running around. We're talking dark wooden buildings, tiny shops, and streets that haven't changed in centuries. The cool thing is, these aren't just empty museum buildings. People still live and work here, making stuff the same way they always have. You'll spot these sake breweries with massive white and brown walls. And yeah, you can totally go in for some samples. Just look for the big balls of cedar branches hanging outside. If you really want to do it right, spend the night in a ryokan. That's a traditional Japanese inn. You'll sleep on the floor, wear a yukata robe, and live like a Japanese person from 300 years ago, just with way better Wi-Fi. And if you're lucky enough to catch the Takayama festival, then you're in for a treat. They have massive wooden floats covered in lanterns rolling through these ancient streets. Ready for something totally wild? In Nagano, monkeys have figured out that hot springs are awesome. These little guys just hop into the steaming pools and chill like they're at a spa. It's one of the most random, but somehow cool things you'll ever see. Getting to the monkey park is pretty easy. Just hop on a bus or train from Nagano City. In about an hour, you're there. Quick heads up though, in winter, the path gets super slippery, so wear good shoes. When you're done hanging with the monkeys, check out Zen Koji Temple, where you should stay overnight, or hit up Matsumoto Castle. It's what you imagine a samurai fortress should look like. And there you have it, 12 unmissable places and bucket list adventures across Japan that will inspire your next trip. Which destination is at the top of your list? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more travel inspiration.